If I played the movie of your life backwards, would it still make sense? Think about it. Why does everything in this world move forward, but never returns the same way? In our everyday reality, we are bound by a cosmic law. A broken cup does not unbreak. The wave does not uncrash. The words you spoke in anger cannot be unsaid. We live in a universe of distinct direction. The arrow of time flies one way, and yet we spend our entire lives trying to swim upstream against it. Here is the great paradox. The universe moves forward, but your mind is obsessed with the backward glance. In this video, we are going to dissolve that illusion. You are going to discover exactly why time feels one way, and why your brain is biologically wired to archive the past but remains blind to the future. But most importantly, I'm going to show you how to use this truth to hack your reality. It is time to stop living in the shadow of regret and finally start living in the light of alignment. Let's dive in. We don't need a physics degree to feel the texture of time. You know, deep in your gut, that there is a profound difference between the yesterday you remember and the tomorrow you await. We spend so much of our spiritual energy waiting for things to undo. We wait for the apology that erases the hurt. We wait for the mistake to unhappen. But the universe remains stubbornly silent. If I showed you a film of a diver splashing out of the water and landing dry on the board, you'd laugh. It looks wrong. It looks fake. Your intuition instantly rejects it. Why? Because we instinctively know that reality doesn't work that way. The universe creates disorder from order. It creates memories from moments. It never works in reverse. This isn't just physics. This is a spiritual signpost. Reality has an arrow. It points relentlessly forward. And here is where your suffering begins or ends. Your soul has two choices. You can fight the arrow, exhausting yourself trying to swim back to how things were, or you can ride it. You can align your spirit with the direction of creation. The arrow isn't there to trap you, it's there to propel you. If you need proof that time is real, you don't need to look at the stars. You just need to look inside. Your mind is a time compass, and it is built with a very specific asymmetry. Consider this. We possess a vast library of the past. You can smell your childhood home. You can feel the sting of a breakup from 10 years ago. But try to remember next Tuesday. You can't. We are blind to the future, yet haunted by the past. You feel this difference in your bones. When you look back, you feel the heavy texture of finality. That is where regret lives. It's the frustration of knowing you can't change the script. But when you look forward, you feel agency. You feel the electric hum of possibility. So, let's translate this into spiritual law. What is regret? Regret is simply your spirit gripping what has already dissolved. It is trying to hold on to a ghost. And what is hope? Hope is your spirit sensing a door that has not yet opened. Your suffering comes from looking backward with the desire to change things. Your power, your actual power, comes from looking forward with the intent to build. But here is where the universe throws us a massive curveball. I told you that reality has an arrow. I told you the cup can't unbreak. But if we zoom out, way out, physics stops agreeing with me. Deep down, at the most fundamental level, the laws of the universe, gravity, electromagnetism, are actually time neutral. Think about a planet orbiting a star. If I filmed that orbit and played it backward, would it look wrong? No. Gravity works perfectly fine in reverse. To the stars, past and future are just coordinates on a map, no different than left or right. So if gravity doesn't care about time, why can't you unbreak your heart the way a planet can reverse its orbit? Because while the laws are reversible, the arrangement is not. We live in a world of complexity. The arrow of time isn't written in the stars the way you think. It is written in how order dissolves. So what is this engine that pushes time forward? Physics gives it a name, entropy. Entropy is simply the universe's tendency to go from concentrated to spread out. Look at the ink. It starts focused, potent, and clear, but over time it disperses. It dilutes. It never gathers back into a drop. That is the arrow of time. The universe loves equilibrium. It loves to take what is special, hot, and unique, and blend it until it is lukewarm and uniform. That is the physical law of the cosmos, and this is exactly what is happening to your spirit. Unconscious living is spiritual entropy. When you obsess over the past, you are letting your energy leak out into a time that no longer exists. You are scattering your heat into the void. You are becoming the lukewarm coffee. The universe pulls towards disorder. But life is the rebel. To awaken is simply the sacred act of ordering your energy. It is the decision to stop spreading everywhere and return to center. There is a famous thought experiment in physics called the Ratchet and Powell. It's designed to be a one-way trap. The wheel can turn forward, click, but if it tries to turn backward, the latch catches it. This is how we try to live our lives. We try to build emotional ratchets. We want to click forward into success, but we build walls to prevent ever sliding back into pain. But physics teaches us that you cannot cheat the universe. If this machine gets warm, it experiences thermal jiggling. The latch bounces, and in that moment of chaos, the wheel slips. You cannot build a mechanical wall against the flow of reality. Eventually, the chaos of life will rattle your defenses. What is the lesson here? You cannot hack reality from the outside. The more you tighten your grip, the more you suffer when the inevitable jiggle happens. The master moves with the thermal jiggling. You thrive by harmonizing with it from the inside. Have you ever asked yourself why the past is visible but the future is invisible? It's because of order. We can reconstruct history because the past leaves traces. A dinosaur bone, a crater on the moon, a footprint in the sand. These are of order in a chaotic universe. From the mess of the present, we can infer the structure of the past. Now, look at your own mind. Your memories are fossils of former order. That relationship, that job, that version of you, it was a structured reality. It has dissolved now, yes. But it left an imprint in your neural pathways just like a dinosaur leaves a bone in the rock. You are not haunted. You are simply reading the geological record of your soul. Most people think healing means fixing the vase, but you cannot scrub the fossil. You cannot rewrite the past. True healing is not rewriting the past. It is reorganizing the present. It is taking the debris, the lessons, and the energy that remains, and building a new structure right here, right now. So we know the physics. But how do we live this? Here are 3 practices to stop battling the arrow of time and start using it. First, the release ritual. Identify the memory you keep replaying. Name it. Then, say this aloud. I bless you for the lesson. I release you to the past. Visualize that scattered energy gathering back into your body. Turn your regret into a return to center. Second, the order practice. Remember, the universe defaults to chaos. You must be the generator of order. Every single day, choose one act of sacred order. Clean one corner. Finish one promise. Speak one truth. When you create order externally, you lower the entropy internally. Finally, the future blessing. Since the arrow points forward, that is where your power lives. Ask yourself this single question every morning. What choice can I make today that makes tomorrow cleaner, calmer, and clearer? Don't try to predict the future, just prepare the soil for it. The broken cup will not unbreak. The river will not flow backward. And thank God for that. Because it means the story is still being written, and you are the one holding the pen. Time moves forward, but your awareness can move deeper. So take a breath. Stop trying to swim upstream. The past is a teacher. The future is a possibility. The present is your power. If this video woke something up in you, let me know in the comments below. Type the words, I choose alignment. Let that be your digital intention for the day. And if you are ready to stop separating the physical from the spiritual, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already for more Science Meets Spirit awakenings. Remember, you are part of the collective awakening. I'll see you in the next one. Universal Consciousness, signing out.